Start in the name of Allah, who is merciful and most beneficent. Dear students, today we are going to discuss 9 plot elements of Shakespearean tragedy. As earlier we have discussed Shakespeare, age of Shakespeare, characteristic of Shakespearean age, Marlowe and Shakespeare. So now we are going to discuss Shakespearean tragedies features. On which features the plot consists, or on which element plot consists. So first of all, we'll discuss the popular tragedies of Shakespeare. As in our course, we are going to discuss Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, etc., etc. These are the very famous tragedies of Shakespeare. So now we'll look upon most proper elements of Shakespearean tragedy, plot elements on which Shakespearean tragedy consists. First of all, a tragic hero. As you all know, what is meant by hero, and as you all know, we have discussed tragedy and tragic. So a tragic hero should be there in Shakespearean plot. Shakespearean plot consists of, first of all, tragic hero. The tragic hero describes a male or female royal of virtuous character who must face adversity, either caused by their flawed persona or sealed by fate. Yes, tragic hero is going to face some sort of tragedy. As you know, in a plot, ups and downs are very compulsory element, and without ups and downs, story doesn't complete. So same is the case with the Shakespearean plot. First of all, and the very first element is tragic hero. Shakespearean tragedy consists of tragic hero. Number second, good against evils. Yes, good and evil was as real as it is today in the times of Shakespeare. One reason why the God versus evil theme features so often in tragedy is the ability of the do to stir the imagination of the audience as these elements existed in the society. Yes, as we know, the good elements are also in our society and the evil elements are also in our society. Is it possible that the society is only consist of good? No. Good and evil will go both within face to face, you can say, or they will go together. So the number third will be hamartia, as you have done with the Elizabethan drama, and we have discussed hamartia there. So the protagonists in these tragedies all carry a flaw, also known as hamartia, that leaves the vulnerable and eventually lead to a disaster end. Once again, Hamlet comes into focus as a perfect illustration of hamartia and its role in tragedy. Yes, hamartia is the very important aspect, and in tragedy of Shakespeare and in Hamlet will deal with hamartia. As you all know, the hamartia is meant by wow, clapping should be there. Yes, excellent. Downfall of a character is called. Number 4, tragic waste. Looking at Shakespearean's play, the hero and villain ultimately die. It is this disturbing demise of good characters along with the evil one that is known as tragic waste. King Lear's daughter Cordelia embodies courage and empathy by refusing to celebrate her father's division of the kingdom. So tragic waste is also there in Shakespearean tragedy. At the end, we can see that hero is also died and villain is also died. Number 5, very common and very important aspect, conflict. As you all know, story doesn't exist without conflict. So in Shakespearean tragedy, two types of conflict take place: external conflict and internal conflict. The external conflict, the hero faces conflict from his antagonist. This is, you can say, external. The hero faces conflict from his antagonist. The internal conflict, as it is mentioned with the name, external and internal, the hero faces conflict in their mind. Yes, internal conflict, when you are going to think that something is going wrong, and when you think that, for example, Ikra is thinking that her partner is doing something wrong with her, this is internal conflict. And on the other hand, if Ali Raza is thinking that class is going to do something wrong with him, so that is external conflict. Number 6, the supernatural. Superstitious beliefs come to play in some of tragic plays. Ghosts from the plot in Julius Caesar, Hamlet, and Macbeth. Macbeth in particular strongly feed on society. Yes, supernatural element, as we have done with the hymns in second semester, as you all know, that there were some sort of spirits, as in the play, as we was dealing with the gods, with the goddess, same sort of thing with the ghost, and we are dealing with the Shakespearean tragedy. Number 7, catharsis. The audience immersion in the play leads to an emotional roller coaster with mixed feeling for the hero and their antagonist. While the suffering of the hero elicits sympathy, the audience experiences anger towards the villain. Yes, as you all know, when you are going to deal with some sort of mistake and then you are going for catharsis, when you are going to deal with the emotions, you are saying that I was wrong and I have to apologize. So that is some sort of catharsis is there. Number 8, lack of poetic justice. This is the number 8. Shakespearean tragedies share a strangely similar trait, the lack of poetic justice. Poetic justice occurs when both good and evil character experience justice. When you are going to deal with the poetic justice, then you can say hero is also dealing with the justice, and the heroine is also dealing with the justice. On the other hand, villain is also dealing with the justice. You are not going to deal with the injustice. When we are going to say that, for example, you oftenly used to say that Sir Ali Noor is going to deal with the Paradise Lost, something special. So this is, you can say, poetic injustice. And when you will say that Sir Ali Noor is dealing with the class with the in all aspect justice, this will be a poetic justice. When the writer is dealing with the all aspect, with the hero and villain very equally and with the justice, this is called poetic justice. And the last one is fate. Yes, as you all know, the fate is very important aspect in our life. Othello is a tragedy that depicts the powerlessness of a man when it comes to destiny. His love for the Desdemona elects disapproval from her father due to his black sin. He never chose to born black and cannot change his appearance. His black skin feeds his insecurities, and the fact that is commonly referred to as the mood makes it worse. His insecurities eventually lead him to kill Desdemona and stab himself. Yes, fate. You are not going to deal with the fate. You are supposed to born in Pakistan. This is your fate. And you are supposed to born in Muslim family. This is fate. And you are going to be born in white family. This is fate. You are not going to change your fate. And the same is the thing with the Shakespearean tragedy. The last and the very important aspect of the Shakespearean feature is fate. Shakespeare is dealing with the fate. That's all.